Hi, welcome to this week's Monday Minutes. My name is Kelly.
And my name is Jessie, and we are excited to have our first guest for 2024, Emily Lamancusa, who is an IT specialist at Montgomery County Library System in Maryland. Welcome, Emily.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Um, Emily is joining us this week to talk about some work they've done at Montgomery to help with SMS and notices using the template toolkit. So we're going to pass it over to Emily, and she is going to talk to Kelly and I about what they've done.
So a little bit of background here for what we were trying to do. Basically, our goal was that we wanted to adjust the way we were sending out our notices a little bit. And we wanted to send out holds and renewal notices in email and SMS, whatever the customer picked. But we didn't want SMS to be an option for every single notice.
Yeah.
And so Koha will allow some notices to just get the SMS template get deleted, but anything that's on that like core set that the customer has the option to change, it will not allow you to enable and disable on a notice by notice basis. Um, but in I did actually find a way to kind of block certain SMS notices from getting sent, even though Koha doesn't have a specific option to disable them. So that's what I'm here to talk about today.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will share my screen.
I guess I've never thought about that possibility of choosing which ones and what Koha allows you to do and not do as a library. So this is fantastic. I love your idea.
Thanks. It was like a really specific use case that came up.
Mhm.
Um, so right now I just pulled up on our test server, I pulled up the notice template for auto renewals, which is not one that we had edited yet, just to show you how I would go in and make that edit. Um, so what I would do is whatever is already in the template, I would add on at the beginning of the template, just a couple of tags to basically make Koha both think the template is blank so it won't send it, but also not think the template is blank so it won't yell at you for trying to save a blank template. Um, so I'm just going to type in if 0 at the beginning. And if you haven't messed with the template toolkit tags in your notices before, try saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
um, this little bracket and percent sign that I have at the beginning of the end is just the symbols that template toolkit needs to recognize that you're trying to add a template toolkit command. So it doesn't mean anything like, special other than that. It's just what you need to have a template toolkit tag. So I'm going to start out with if 0 at the beginning of my notice. And then I'm going to put end at the end of my notice. And what that basically does, if you use the if tag in template toolkit, it says if whatever condition you put here is true, then it will add in all of this stuff in the middle between if and end. So I've used this in other notices to say like if the logged in person is a staff user, add a little bit of extra information. But in this case, I'm just putting 0, which is just false. It will never be true. So Koha will never add in any of this stuff in the middle. So right now when I try to save it, it sees that there's text in here and it will let me save it. So it didn't like yell at me for trying to save a blank notice. But then when the notice actually runs, it will become blank because it won't include any of the stuff in that if tag. So then Koha will look at the blank notice and it just will know that it's blank and will not even try to send it.
That's fantastic.
I know. And I never thought about the other option you mentioned too, for like if you want to put a little more information in for staff accounts, like people are going to find this wildly helpful.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with Template Toolkit. There's like a couple bugs floating around in the Koha community for like getting that documentation out there more. So hopefully there will be better information for, the average library administrator to get in and work with that more.
I, I know during the Koha US conference that was brought up is just that template toolkits, you're right, 5 times fast would make me really bad at that. Is that it is so great to utilize in our notifications, but there is little documentation on how to utilize it. So I know that it's being talked about and it's really fantastic. But again, it's great to have some knowledge from a library utilizing this. And I think this will be helpful to at least a few other libraries.
Emily has authored this week's Monday Minute post, so you'll see the examples that she's provided and a little more context about how to set this up. And you know what I was thinking about? You know how we have hungry alligators that we call them for the other things?
Mhm.
I wonder if there's something for the brackets and percent signs. We have to look that up or make something up.
I never thought of that, but you're right. There should totally be a cute name for that.
Oh, well, Emily, thank you so much for joining us on Monday Minutes this week, and thank you for sharing this awesome giving back to the community.
Thank you.
It's really exciting to join you. Thank you for having me on here. And I do want to give a little bit of kudos for where I actually got the idea for disabling the notices in that way. Because when I started working for Montgomery County Public Libraries on our auto renewals notices, there was already code that I assume someone from Bywater put in. I've not been able to figure out where it came from, that basically checked like if it's too soon to renew anything, then it wouldn't send the notice. So it was like basically if not all too soon, then notice. So looking at that and thinking about how that was already working to suppress a notice if there was no actual relevant information to send, that was what gave me the idea to say, can I just say if never send the notice?
Lucas, is this you?
I'm sure it's Lucas. I'm 100% I'm sure it's Lucas, but I love the like thoughts going in your head, like this little evil laugh probably you had. Okay, well, thanks so much, Emily, and have a great week.
Thanks, you too.
Bye. Thank you.